A Challenger with a Charger front end. Hey, dark brown, now it's bright silver.
Perfect.
Welcome to the Autoluz YouTube channel, and if you're new here, I'm currently working on my 1200 horsepower capable BMW X6M, also named Sasha. And as you can see, I'm driving her right now. She's extremely loud, extremely modified, but she has some problems. So if you've been following along with the channel, you know that this car has a fully built engine, fully built transmission, yada yada yada, custom upgraded turbos, custom intercoolers, the works, you know. And I've been waiting for my engine builder to come from out of town, you know, on vacation, Christmas vacation. So he's back from Puerto Rico, and so we're actually setting a date now to get the interchiller installed so we can go ahead and get the car tuned, because I'm trying to have this car ready for 2023 BMW Invasion in February in Orlando, Florida. So I mean, that's what the lick is right now, gang. So as you can see on the dashboard, the car has the car itself has 67,000 miles on it, but the engine and transmission have about 6,000 miles. They're brand new. And also my rear end is wet, so it's 3 different chambers on the rear end of these cars, the F85 and the F86, maybe the F95 and F96 also, or to the new X5 and X6Ms, but I'm talking about mine, you know. And I cleaned it up with brake clean, hoping that it was just residual from something else when I got the transmission built or something, but it's back wet again. Not wet enough to leak, but wet enough to know, for me to know that something's back there. You know, it's a problem. So we headed over to my buddy Omar's shop right now, Boosted Beamers in Melbourne, Florida, and we finna get this took a look at. And on the way to the shop, I'm gonna let you guys hear how high pitch and raspy this exhaust is. And I only have the sunroof open. As you can see, the windows are all closed, and it's still extremely loud and raspy. And I'm gonna let you hear it. You know, I know you're gonna be able to hear it. So.
A few moments later.
All right, we pulling up at Omar, and check this out, gang. Look what we got out here. We got the F86 and the F96. The F96 look a lot bigger than the 86 on camera because this car is lowered. This car is stock height. But this car is the successor to Sasha. Well, I wouldn't say the successor because no 96 is the successor to this car at all. I guarantee you she put a spanking on this baby here, but you know, it's gorgeous though. If you've never seen the new well, they have an actual facelifted X6M that just released. So this isn't the newest model anymore either. They revised the front end and a couple other things, but if you never noticed the difference, this is the actual difference between the two cars. As you can see, BMW took our advice and went with a more rounded, big one-piece grill than the two grills that everybody with the F96 and with the F85 and F86 are blacking this bar out, because this bar usually comes body color, and it looks so weird having that little grill and then that grill on the bottom when it could just be one big piece. So BMW should have did that from the get-go, out the gate. But as you can see, mostly everything else is still the same besides the larger front grille. The intake openings are they're actually about the same. These ones are just taller vertically, and these are more longer or wider horizontally. But the fresh air intake grills they're all about the same size. But these massive kidney grills up front, I know you can see how much air this thing getting, guys. That's my hand on it. And like with Sasha's, my hand pretty much is not that big as that one. But everything else is pretty much the same. You know, they do have a more, like, in my personal opinion, Sasha has a more aggressive front end, but I do like the actual body styling of the F96 a little more until you get to the rear. When you get to the rear quarter, Sasha has it beat. As you can see, the rear quarter on this one isn't as sexy, and the rear end as well. You know, Sasha has a way more, you know, aggressive rear end from this one versus this one. You know, Sasha is just a lot more aggressive looking, but it's gorgeous. It's a very gorgeous car. You know, pop a little interior right there. If you can't really see it, too much glare on the window, but it's gorgeous. Both are truly gorgeous. I love having both of them right next to each other like that. And we're gonna do a little engine comparison. See, the thing I like about this one though is the way they built this truck is, you see the intakes? The intakes can go up front, so you can get the old school in the front grille air intakes without going over the top. See, mine you have to go over the top because ain't no way to go through beside the radiator. They went back beside the radiator in the new one, and I like that.
You put all of this up here instead.
Oh yeah.
This is your ear box, right?
Yeah. My air box usually used to sit right over these.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was a Ram air box, and then they went back to this type of air box. So, in my opinion, this had the better engine setup than this one. You know, and this one only, like, I think this one maybe 30 more horsepower from the factory, 30 or 40 more. But that's to the wheels though, so that's a lot more horsepower. Yeah, definitely. But they definitely look good though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she can't be beat. She can't be beat, man. This thing here is just gorgeous. Yeah, it's incomparable when you look at the two, yeah. But let's check Omar out. He got some music playing, so I know I'm gonna get copyrighted, so I might have to blank that out. But this is Omar's shop here, my buddy, Boosted Beamers. What's going on, brother? Chilling. All right, we going in the air. Get this leak figured out on them. And gang, this is my first time going up under this car in since the engine was built. So I haven't seen up under this car since the engine was built. So that's a pretty long time ago. So but yeah, you can definitely see where it's pulling up right here. Gold is gold. And that's pretty clean fluid, right? It's gold like that. And it seemed to be from this side. Like when those little torque screws come out, it's that little actuator. That's where I thought it was coming from.
You want to take this off? I can take it off.
Yeah. It's like three or four little torque heads. And if you look right here, see that actuator plug is super wet, and this one is not so wet. This one is more like just greasy.
Did you clean it before?
I had Chuck them clean it when they first did the transmission, and they was supposed to spray it down and then check back to see where it was leaking from. But you know how that go. And I'm definitely getting that X pipe put in right here. Yeah, but no leaks on the transmission. She's super dry. That's good. No leaks on the engine. Oil pan. No leaks down here. Ooh, that's good. That make me feel good. I don't have any leaks. Make sure you guys, if you got a low sitting car, get that slip low protector all the way around so you don't mess your carbon up. The meats look good inside, brakes look good. She look pretty good up under. Nothing rattling. I definitely want to get this transfer case done though. That's for sure. Get the fluid changed in it.
Best way we gotta clean it could even be from that right there. This is where it meets together. You can see where there's silicone. It looks like somebody did rebuild it before because that's not factory. So it could just be that the two halves where they meet together is leaking.
And will it make it wet way up here though? That's what was.
Not.
Yeah, cause see, it's wet way up there.
The best thing is we gotta clean it.
And look at this motor. That actuator nowhere near wet like that. That's why I was thinking that the O-ring that the actuator plug into is maybe leaking. That's what I was thinking.
Let's clean it. I think that's the best thing.
Okay. Sound nasty. A Challenger with a Charger front end. Well, that's a first. That's a Charger front end on the Challenger. Oh man. Yeah, it looked good. It looked real good. Man, this thing sound nasty too. This thing sounds nasty. That is gorgeous. And if you don't know where this at, this Hellraiser Performance, right on the other side of Boosted Beamers. These the guys who built my transmission. That is nasty. That is nasty. What we got in here? We got a Super B in here. Little Super B 392. Yeah, but this here nasty. We had to come over here. We just took the car around the corner once we cleaned up the rear end to see where it's leaking from, but once we saw this, we had to come over here and get this on camera, gang. I think this is the first one I ever seen like this. you see a lot of Magnums with a Charger front end and a Challenger front end and Hellcat Magnum swaps, but I never seen a Challenger with a Charger front end on it, ever. So yeah, this might be the first one. That's gorgeous. That is nice. So we drove the truck around for maybe 10 minutes, brought it back, and it's still clean as a baby's ass, a newborn baby's ass. So, you know, we don't know where it can be leaking from. He told me to drive it around for a couple of days to let the fluid flow around and bring it back, you know, when we can check it then, because obviously 10 minutes of driving not gonna make it leak again. So we're gonna do a little bit more driving, 1 or 2 days, and bring it back. I'm just ready to get this problem over with. But even if we can't find out what's going on, as soon as Junior tell me to bring in the car to get the inner chiller installed, I'm bringing the car, leaking rear end and all. Damn, now I need this car finished before February 18th, which is BMW Invasion. I will be in Orlando, Florida. You know, Sasha will be in Orlando, Florida. Full 1200 horsepower. You know, crazy, crazy, crazy. You know, crazy. About the only thing I might don't have done, that I'm sure I probably don't have done for BMW Invasion, is the upgraded rear axles. So I'll be able to roll racing, smash you, but no dig racing. So it is what it is. But until next time, gang, like, share, and subscribe. Auto Lust out.